Neurodivergent.
Okay, according to this, we're live.
Not a new virgin, neurodivergent.
A new virgin.
I said neurodivergent.
Oh,
Not a new virgin.
well, thank you guys for stopping in. If you're here this morning still after this freaking
Sorry we're
fracker
late.
of a fucknut.
We didn't mean to be late.
I was not late. I was here way early.
Me too.
However, this did not really want to do what we wanted it to do.
Ooh, ADHD relief music. I've got to look that up.
Hey, Dragon. Hey, Furry.
Dragon, furry, good morning.
And you get some. All my stuff was up and ready to go. It was so pretty. You know, my normal amazing self. I like the background music. So I think we got it figured out. Kelvin, good morning.
Coming, good morning. Ooh, sweet. I would like to watch that one.
Shut your mouth, Ma.
I would like to watch that one. Did you enjoy it?
There, that's better. Yeah, tell us how it went.
Linda Carter. Good morning, Kayla.
Hey, long time no see. We're going to switch our video over real quick. We had some major techie issues this morning with drivers and updates and all that craziness. So I think we're good to go.
Hey, Patina. Hey, Patina.
So yeah, we're a little off center now because we had to go through all this shite. And we're using a new internet.
It is.
Because we're trying to get away from anything Comcast related.
Fiber optics, right?
Uh-huh. So hopefully it'll work. Got some interesting topics this morning. I think there may be a sense of a foo-foo-y topic this morning, but hang in there for it. There'll be more to it. Yes, Comcast sucks. We just switched to CenturyLink, so we're slowly trying to get everything out.
Nude internet.
I have no words. God, all my stuff that I had up and ready is gone. My notes is gone. See if I can get real quick. I logged in here. Well, I guess I could go ahead and turn our video over.
We want to do our circle first.
Oh yeah, we do.
Then we'll turn it on so that we have everything in order.
Yeah, we have CenturyLink and it's really been a good fit so far. It's slower internet technically, but the upload speed is so much higher. And yes, Rook, we will shortly. I just want to get the rest of my stuff up so it's ready.
Tina, baby, you're too heavy. I'm gonna have to put you down, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, don't look at me like that. Oh.
She says she love you.
Maybe Daddy Brian can hold you or my one.
Nope.
One of them?
Okay, that's what I wanted up. I think we got everything good now. We probably a decade link. Yeah, that's about right. At least it's not Millennium Link. But you're probably seeing a flash. Oh my God, can't even talk. Morning, Manny.
Good morning, Manny.
Fast slideshow of colors and sounds because we're talking today about what I consider and a lot of people think of as foo-foo topics, but they have a real root in mystic and psychological aspects of practice. So we are going to talk about chakras and colors and sounds and sights. And the book that I'm reading right now, which is freaking awesome already right off the bat.
Thank you, Calvin.
But
Wicked Pride Month.
Wicked Pride Month.
That ties to colors, our topic.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
Roy G. Biv for the win. So we're going to start with our circle. You guys can join us if you want. If not, just give us a minute to get this called out. I really want to get a new version of this too.
Yeah, we could work on it for the new moon. Do a new casting.
Not a whole new casting. It's really good. I just want to
Yeah, it is really good.
update it.
Well, this is the week to do it.
I know.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
God, rude.
Jesus.
Shit.
God. You ready?
I'm ready. Hear me, friends and ancestors from the east. Hear my voice carried on the air of clarity and truth. Watch over us as we cast our circle of safety and love.
See me, friends and ancestors from the south. See my flame of passion and creation seared into the energy of the universe. Watch over us as we cast our circle of limitless possibility. And
Feel
no,
me.
Tina, you cannot eat my rocks. Sorry.
Friends and ancestors from the west. Feel my love, fear, sadness, and joy washed into the waters of the rivers of compassion. Watch over us as we cast our circle of connection and motion.
Reach me, friends and ancestors from the north. Reach my feet and hands, the earth in my toes, and work of my fingers. Watch over us as we cast our circle of the earth.
Know me, friends and ancestors from the ether. Know my intent, know my heart, and know my spirit. Watch over us as we ask you all to join us in perfect love and perfect trust.
Hear, see, feel, reach, and know that the circle is safe, the circle is sacred, and this circle is cast.
Be it so.
So mote it be.
Good morning. I gotta remember where to look so I don't look
AKA make that shit
to
happen.
the side. Yeah, make that stuff happen.
Wicked Pride Month. How's everybody doing?
We just started hurricane season officially yesterday here, so woo. To an uneventful hurricane season.
What else did we do the day before hurricane season started, which is a really good omen? The day before.
The day before, so Friday?
Mm-hmm.
What did we do Friday?
Well, you didn't do shit. I mean, you worked.
Oh, I worked. I don't know if I'd be not doing anything. We had our power walls connected, which I think is better than a generator.
Yeah, so
Or different.
We have the ability now to run completely off grid in the event of power failure, which we did not have up until 2 days ago. So excited about that. Ready for there. And we're going to have to get our gas ready. We save up gas and we have a large gas tank that we fill.
Ooh.
Chilling like a villain, Kelvin, always.
Oh God, I hope you are better, Manny.
Better-ish is better than not better-ish, I guess.
You're no fun.
I know you've had a really rough time figuring that out. Obviously, been keeping up on Facebook, so I know it's been a rough. So I hope it gets better for you, Manny.
Yeah, the supporters are all comparing him to Jesus.
Yeah, great job, Dragon. I think that's exciting too. I know you told me a little bit about that.
Dragon.
Laughing at all the Trump supporters. Oh my God, the Hillary Clinton memes are phenomenal. The best one I've seen so far is her visiting him in jail and saying, "Hey, I have some emails for you to read."
Oh my God.
What does it matter now?
You know, I'm kind of like, I'm all for, being held accountable, and I haven't really looked at what happened with that whole trial thing.
Here,
but
zoom in a little bit, my eyes.
I'm kind of torn. Like, I just feel like, okay, if we're gonna do that to a former president, like I'm just concerned that it's not being consistent. With other politicians or people in those positions. So, yeah, should it have happened? Well, probably, because the jury decided so. But I don't know if it's just hatred for him. Maybe not, but I just hope it's consistent across.
Well, I mean, it was a jury trial,
all. Yeah.
so. But I have my own obviously political feelings. They have definitely changed over the time. I'm going to burn some of our full moon blend here.
Burn it.
And not to make this into a political podcast or discussion,
Yeah.
but we know, like, as a whole, like, whether you like Trump or not, or what Trump stands for, he's really not. I don't think anybody actually likes him.
Yeah.
They act like they do, they think they do, they say they do, but it's more of an FU to the establishment, and they just haven't been able to get out of some of that thought process. So, our former president, who's also currently running for president, Kayla, is now a convicted felon on 34 felony counts related to Stormy Daniels, the most amazing woman that's ever existed, in my opinion, at this point. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but I doubt he'll serve prison time. So, very true, Dragon Dancer. But ultimately, whether people agree with Trump or the things that he's put in, or any of it, the whole system is fucked. It's broken.
And that's where I was going. I by no means like or support him, but I don't want to witch hunt either. Like where it's not even. I mean, to be fair, and you know, maybe it is. I don't know, but to think he's the only one out of all the history of the United States, I don't know. It's worth thinking about. But it's definitely made a statement.
Yes, I hope so too. Really, Stormy Daniels is the national hero at the moment, I think. But anyway, so very neat things. Yeah, that's true. Dragon Dancer, it does work the way they designed it. It automatically takes people who might actually want to make a difference and makes them into people that don't. It's very effective. So, what have you been reading?
I did start a new book today, which I'm interested in, called UFOs, Generals, Pilots, and Government Officials Go on the Record by Leslie Kean. I'm excited to read a scholarly book on unexplained UFOs and phenomena, but I've actually been reading a lot of stuff about ADHD and going to therapy and really trying to connect with or reconcile the new knowledge of having this later in life or diagnosed later in life with things as a child in my past where I went through a rough time. So I'm reading some books, some articles. I've been on the CHADD website a lot, and trying to connect and go back and, like I told you yesterday, coming up a way with how to heal those times as a young one where I just thought, okay, I'm not
shadow work.
Dumb. I'm not getting this stuff. Why can't I get it like other people? And that's really what I've been reading lately. And then I'm starting this new UFOs book today. So
cool.
That'll be something cool. And my Black Rose, which I don't know if I can say that, but it's a Black Rose program.
Why can't you?
I'm in Black Rose Witchcraft, and I paid for it years ago. And with COVID and ADHD, I'm getting back into it, and I'm going to complete it. It's a really neat program. It resonates with me. So that's kind of what I've been reading.
Nice.
And working on.
I am still.
Hey,
Joy. Hunter in a Farmer's World book. Is that an ADHD book? I think she mentioned that before.
No, I
think it is. That's something we gotta write down.
I need to rewrite it down because I wrote it.
And you don't know where you put it.
And I don't know where I put it. Hunter in a Farmer's World.
Hunter in a Farmer's World. Yeah, I remember that one.
I do remember you saying that. I'm writing it down.
I have been reading Dolores Cannon's The Custodian slowly, about 10 pages a day, nothing really big. And that's been very neat. It's like you're sitting there listening to her tell you a story. And she's going into hypnosis and regression with people who have had UFO experiences, which is pretty cool. And I like that. I enjoy that. Although it's not my favorite book. I'll read more from her, but I want to read more about the universe, like her convoluted universe books. Yes, you need a moment.
I thought Furry Rage put unidentified areola phenomenon. I'm stupid. Of course. I know. I'm dumb. That's what I saw.
You should stop saying that. That's part of your therapy.
Well, yeah, it is. I'm silly.
I do it too.
Unidentified areola.
Stupid. Don't even let me talk about areolas and how I come up with remembering navel oranges. It all starts with Osceola County.
Osceola County, that's in Florida.
Mm-hmm. So, I finished Enochian Magic for Beginners by Tyson. Hated it. That's it.
Okay.
Enochian magic is not for me. It is almost, and I knew this going into it. I just wanted to learn a little bit about it so that I had a beginner book so I can get a little bit of a personal understanding for it. And yeah, not for me. So, way too Christian-y, way too, you have to do this and this way on this way with this thing and this, like, you know what, fuck that. It didn't work then, it's not working now. And I don't want to hear anything else about angels, I'll be honest. That's kind of like...
Me either.
I am not interested.
I don't like them.
They don't like you either. But I did not know there was a Friday the 13th series. We have to watch that.
Is that newer Calvin, or is it like from a few years ago? I'd be interested to watch that.
Same.
And where are you watching it? Where are you streaming it?
I don't know if anybody else really looked into Enochian magic or had any. Like I said, I read one book, and I'm still going to read the Book of Enoch. But I've read the Enochian magic, like, for beginners and kind of the interpretation. I do not like it. It is very... no. Mm-mm.
Ooh, Finding the Mother True. Old school series on Comet. Okay.
We'll have to
Check
look at
that out. Thanks.
The forest demands its due.
The Mother Tree.
Finding the Mother Tree. Those sound really interesting. Get a little bit about the topics. Are they obviously the forest demand? I'm assuming, anyway. I shouldn't say obviously. But assuming that those are some way nature books and some for that, are they ADHD focused, or what's their focus? And Kayla, yeah, I almost never thought of it that way specifically, but I think that really is a good point.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. They call it angels because it makes them feel good and warm and fuzzy inside, so that they can believe in the same things that everybody else believes in, but not get in trouble for it because they're good and everybody else is bad. But my third book, so I finished the Enochian Magic, hated it, 1 star, negative 1 star. But the current book I'm on is Spinning Weird, which is the second book by Ryan Smith, the author of The Way of Fire and Ice. And I absolutely adore this book so far. I'm only just under halfway through. And let me tell you, it is on point. And I don't know a lot about Norse mythology and Norse practice. I know a little bit, very little actually. But over long years, I've kind of incorporated small bits in. And I know when I read Fire and Ice, that really called to me. It's actually a practice system. Don't know that I would ever call myself part of that practice system, but the way that it's explained and processes matches really closely with what I'm already doing. So that is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. And I want to talk about a couple things in it. One of the topics today I want to talk about, which is disenchantment and reenchantment, because I think it has the most wide value, that we're talking about here. So. One of the neat things about this type of Norse mythology is the thought that the deities and the gods are not the highest power. They are subject to the same things that the rest of the world is. So it's pretty cool. So yeah.
Ooh, is a horror fantasy?
Horror fantasy. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to look at both of those.
Oh, that does sound really good.
Write them down.
Oh, hold on. So I'll forget it, but I should be able to find it. Hold on. So forest demands its due, right? And the Mother Tree?
And the Mother Tree. So yeah.
I'm really bad about starting books and then...
Yeah, I just put them on the list. The list gets long, and then I go back to them. Like, I almost missed Spinning Weird, and I'm glad Dragon Dancer mentioned it, so it brought me back to it, because, yeah. And then we're going to talk about color. We're going to talk about color, and we're going to talk about some things that we've been doing, kind of in the background. The one thing that I wanted to, let me not go into that yet. I wanted to go through, like we had been in a long time ago, talking about moon phases, if people are interested in moon phases, because I know we are. trying to get back into the cycles and making sure that we're following them. We just did full moon, which was the flower moon. We did a ritual at the railroad tracks.
That was really cool, and we're really trying to get back into that.
It's a very simple opening mind magic that we did with a little chant that we chanted, and it was neat because it was kind of a public place, and so people were kind of walking around and watching us. So we were out in the corner with our incense burner, almost at the edge of the woods where the tracks were, and just looking at utilizing the energy of the crossroads and of the tracks that connect so many things from so far away as part of that growth and that energy. So
yeah, I saw that dragon. I was like, ooh, the full moon I think is the 22nd, and the solstice is the 21st. I believe, I could be wrong.
His face, I swear.
But I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool.
So yeah, right now we're in waning crescent, so we're heading towards the new moon. We got about 4 days, so we're getting into that last piece, what many can call just past the 3/4 moon, or even half, because what we see is actually half, but it's actually, or we see truly a 3/4 of it, but it's really a half. It's always half. Anyway, new moon is June 6th.
Full moon and nude moon.
Nude moon. The nude moon is June 6th in Gemini, and the full moon, Capricorn, this time around is going to be on the 22nd, right at solstice.
Oh, June 20th. Okay.
So it'll be right in those time frames. So yeah. New moon, though, if you're not familiar with new moon, I think everybody in here probably is, but this is a good time for starting fresh in growth and beginning the new lunar cycle. It's also really good for reflection. So where the full moon is not really reflection, it's really putting energy, hard energy out and really expressively doing things outwardly. Full moon is for all of your big things, the things that you want to be manifest. You want more money, you want more joy, you want more things. You would do full moon magic. New moon magic is what's done in the hidden, what's done in the quiet, the planting of the seed, the reflection, the setting of the intention. That, when you get to the full moon, should be fully bloomed and manifested.
And that's on Thursday, and I feel like the full moon was on a Thursday.
It was.
So that's kind of cool.
Well, remember, it's a 28-day cycle.
Yeah.
And we are now in...
Hey, run in.
Run in.
How you doing, brother?
You back in town, sir? Because we are kava-ing today, later, this afternoon. But yeah, so that's the new moon. We're kind of really pushing towards really engaging each of the cycles so that we can stay more in tune with the things around us. And if you're one of those individuals that really wants to get back in tune with nature, two of the best ways to do it: dawn and dusk.
Oh God!
And your lunar cycle. So in your dawn, you rise with the sun and you feel the energy of the things that are starting. Rising in the east, which is our air sign, our morning time, our springtime of every day. So every day we go through every season, right? Spring, summer, fall, and winter, midnight.
I love the dusk.
That's your autumn. If you like fall, autumn, you really like dusk. That's your west. That's your ancestry. So those things are important if you want to get back in cycles. And if anybody has any questions about that or needs help with that, we'll be more than happy to help. Or if you have any ideas of things that you do to get back into the cycle of things, that's one of them. But to me, it's really obviously being outside. I feel really connected to nature through rocks and stones and crystals and gems, so I have a lot of those. And yes, Dragon Dancer.
You don't either.
I can understand that. But yes, you do. You've enjoyed being up early.
Yeah, but if I had my way, I would stay up till like 2 or 3 in the morning and sleep till 10.
I would too.
I love to stay up late and sleep late. The beach.
The beach is a great place to kind of reconnect because it's such a liminal space right where the water hits the beach. And you can pretty much go connect to anything in the world to that water. Every single drop of water is the universe in it. Which brings me to the first topic I wanted to get out of the way is disenchantment.
Disenchantment?
Disenchantment and reenchantment.
Ooh, what?
And so it's something that's mentioned in Ryan Smith's book, In Fire and Ice 2, and also in Spinning Weird. So this is the radical Norse mysteries and Norse tradition. And one of the things that comes up that I think is very fitting for topics of like we're doing is disenchantment and reenchantment. And it, most simply put, as I can remember from the book, is we have compacted so much of everything that we do. We have become so highly productive, produce, consume. And we're doing it at such a high rate. Everything in our life is compacted into this like press board of things, and it becomes so stiff and stable that you can't move, and you lose the joy in the world, and you lose wonder in the world. And that's disenchantment. And I think all of us probably can agree that I'm pretty sure all of us have felt that. I think I've seen every one of you say something that in my mind says, yeah, we all feel that disenchantment sometimes.
And it kind of goes with a topic I learned about in a Hedgewitch book that I really enjoyed, The World of Agreements. All the false important things that are goals and values leads to that disenchantment. I think what the world or what society or whoever says is important, leads to that disenchantment.
Yeah.
As well. In
Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements, it talks a lot about very similar things where, we have created a world where we're so efficient that we have lost the actual purpose and joy of life. And that's what reenchantment is. Reenchantment is putting the wonder and the joy back into mundane life. And Run in the Shadows, great way to do it. The mountains in Arkansas playing in the dirt, we've done that too.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We played in the dirt on a really cold day for a while. We had hand warmers and everything.
And the crystal pits. What would you call them? Crystal mines.
We need to get those from your mom.
Yeah. That was fun.
So, but there's other ways to do it very simply. Furry, I'm not even.
What?
Stiff and stable. It's the way to be.
Sometimes I get stiff and stable.
Stiff and stable. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. That's awesome. But no, really, there's easy ways to put wonder back in the world, and it's how they say stop and smell the roses. Yeah. It's as simple as that. When we stop and sit for a minute and recognize, wait a minute, like we can really enjoy some of the wonders that are right here with us. The joy of music, the joy of how sounds affect us, how color affects us, and seeing the amount of colors and things that we can see in the world. It's very interesting and neat how it affects our psyche.
Oh, bears.
Yeah, and I have some new rocks, which is really funny. I have a pretty much a quartz and granite mixed rock. I know you probably can't see it, but I pulled this from the kava bar we go to because it's a connection to a place that I feel really happy at.
Yeah.
So this rock I picked it up, and for some reason I was playing with it and I just left with it. I don't even remember.
Cape or Punta Gorda?
Cape. I don't even remember. I just pulled it and started playing with it Friday. And then this other rock that I have, which is a really neat tri-layer rock with some type of basalt, some type of igneous rock, and some other type of granite and mica. I picked this up a year ago when we were in Texarkana with your mom at the Chicken Biscuit. What is it called? Chicken Express.
Chicken Express. Oh my gosh, they have the best rolls.
So, and I just have this rock, and these are the connections to me, and they connect me to other places in Earth. So if I were to do a reading, for example, for his mom remotely, I would want to have this rock. That's my connection.
That's really cool. Yeah.
And if I want to think about, things that are going on with the group of the people that we are now becoming friends with at Kava slowly, this would be the rock I'd want for that. And then I picked up this nice baby, which is a bit of petrified wood with also some jasper in it. So a nice big chunk. So I've been finding and picking these things up, buying some, but the other two I found. But anyway, that coming out of the discussion about disenchantment is, where we reconnect and how we re-enchant. And that's a big part of this particular radical Norse practice with Ryan Smith, is that re-enchantment. It's reinfusing joy and wonder back into the mundane world so that even at work you can do it. No matter what you're doing, there's a way to have some joy in the things that are around you. And that's really his message as best I can tell.
Is that a pine?
Yep. It's what's left of what VG ate.
Oh, VG.
She's gotten into eating resins now. Playing in the forest,
Ooh.
absolutely one of the best ways, I think.
Ooh, the lady that owns the land I was taking on. Oh, that's cool.
I love petrified wood. Oh my god, it's like the most amazing thing to me. Go ahead.
I was to say I need to play with the Shiva Lingams today.
Yeah.
Eat 'em.
Get your own balls.
I found mine. I think they're right here. And those are yours on the altar.
Mine are on the
right?
altar, yeah.
And then Joe's are in the room, which I need to get linens back to him.
We need to get those back to you too. So let us know if you're available. I'll text you in a little bit.
Yeah, I feel bad to keep holding on to them. I do use them. Ooh.
So yeah, that's really it on re-enchantment. I just wanted to bring that up a little bit and kind of got me into the rocks because we're also going to talk about chakras and colors. But
okay, can't wait to play with them. Right?
Yeah, they're good. They're good balls, running. They're good balls.
They are very powerful.
I have no words.
Formidable. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and they helped. Your balls helped our balls charge.
Yep.
Huh. We all have balls now. That's good.
I forgot to get the little bitty ones.
I have
could
some
carry
up there.
those to work.
You need to get us that, yeah.
Take them to work.
So did anybody else have any other ideas or thoughts on re-enchantment? Because that to me has been like the really cool part about one of the coolest parts about this book. Other than it's explaining kind of how that uses trance and I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Udiseta and Scyther, Sather, I'm not sure because I can't pronounce any of it, but I can write it. It really talks about how to engage in practices that get you closer to those things, and I think that's one that's pretty common in very many different religious things and spiritual practices is that attempt at getting into that next level. Mm-hmm. That heightened level, that elevated level, and I think re-enchantment is one. Like for me, re-enchantment has been making oils and getting those or scents and EOs and mixing them into ways that make me think of certain things, and then taking them with me when I'm traveling. Like I have a little spank bottle that every time I smell it, I immediately think of being back here and working at this table.
We need to craft soon. I feel like I'm wanting to.
Me too.
Craft soon.
So I have crafted a little bit. I've been crafting my own personal oils for use, and we've made our, oh my God, Joy, our full moon, flower moon blend. It's the best one I've ever made. It is
Can you
just
put some more on in a minute?
After that's done, yeah. It's just freaking amazing. Like I can't even. Great job. Good job. It's just bark. It's tree bark. But I've learned, I've always had a little hankering for bottles and things and potions. And Manny had inspired me with the things that you've been making, sir. With getting our tinctures made. So we started making tinctures over a year ago. And I like to let them sit for a long time. And they sat for about a year steeping. And so I finally pulled them out. And it's freaking awesome. So the one that I did was made for awakening. And it is lavender and rosemary. And just got me back into the oh God, this is 2 years actually that these were steeping.
Yeah, a long time.
And I was so excited to get them out and strain them. Have you taken your medicine yet?
I did. Do
you need to double your dose?
I did.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I might need to.
But anyway, it was inspiring to make stuff again, and that's to me that's part of re-enchantment, right? Because I have this thing that I made now that I can use in daily life that will engage me back in some of my spiritual practices. It's the same thing with making the blends. I also really enjoy making what I call spirit bottles, which are if I'm having difficulty with something or need something to filter, then I make these. And I melt the oil on top of them and stamp them, and they're tiny. But I'll carry them around with me when I'm in difficult situations or for whatever it is I need them for. And meditate with them and picture them in my mind, and it kind of helps re-enchant the world. And we have another one right here. This one is Rook's. I don't remember what you put in it,
I know lavender for sure.
but this is the other one that's been sitting for 2 years. And then we made a new one yesterday, which is I actually made 4.
So I just need to strain this.
This one, which is a whole bunch, and it uses diesel liquor, diesel vodka to pull it out. And you can use rubbing alcohol if I don't like it. Diesel vodka is what I use, and it works very well. So if anybody's ever interested, these aren't hard to make, but they are very beneficial. But this is my Web of Weird tincture that I'm making. Just make sure that if you do make tinctures, if you plan on using them internally or ingesting them, that you use food grade and food stuffs. Joy, absolutely. The small things, birds singing, bunnies running around, butterfly on the wing. Yeah, if you just go outside and take a minute to look at what's around you, you can really find the magic. But it's more than just seeing them, right? You have to internalize and think of everything that it took for that butterfly to get to that moment, to that place. So it can really put you in awe. But yes, Manny, those bottles are freaking awesome. I love them. I want to make another couple of witchy bottles.
To be enchanted to enchant.
Yeah, but I'm not really as good at it.
Oh, the bunny mafia must be stopped. Oh my God, it's rampant here at Cape Coral.
They're winning.
There's probably like 50 bunnies we see every day when we go walk beach.
Every day. So yeah, those are all really good ones.
I say thank you. I'm grateful. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
It's good. Ooh, that's going good.
Yeah, I'm trying to use it out so we can get the other stuff on there.
I feel like I want to clean these cards. What's going on?
So yeah, I wanted to talk. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with it, but one of the things in one of my metaphysical classes that I'm taking is quantum healing, which includes like chakra healing, color healing, all those things that kind of go along with a lot of other spiritual aspects of healing. And one of the really cool things that has come up is color and sound healing. And so I know we're both working through a course on sound healing certification, just really for ourselves, I think, more than anything. So that's been cool. And, both of us have done the Reiki Master courses and have been doing that for a while and have been kind of getting that back together. So yesterday we went and picked out a new set of personalized chakra stones.
Yeah.
And so, the thing for me with chakras is they're a bit more non-mystical for me at this point because I don't know or have enough to prove their existence. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit like, for me, it's not like when I do chakra or energy work, I do believe that there's connection and energy there. And the energy centers exist, but I think a lot of it is really focused on the interaction between the two individuals, the healer and the healed. And even if you're doing self-healing, I think that kind of all goes together. I don't know that those are separate things. And so the colors of the chakra stones are very important because they help connect the energy and the thought processes together for me. So, for example, I have obsidian, mahogany obsidian for the root chakra. And it makes me think of the trunk of a tree, which to me is very representative of the root chakra. The real connection I want to get these up so you can see them too. The real connection at the base of our body. It's where life roots from. It's where the body gets to participate. It's how the spirit represents, of that process. So, that is my root chakra, my red. Do you have yours? Did you know you did your red for? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I can't.
That's okay. You don't have to. I've got my set here.
I'm gonna have them on me though.
Kelvin, we can talk about shadow work.
Yeah.
We are really big into shadow work. We've actually done. I don't know if we posted our last one yet or not. I don't think we have, but we've done tarot shadow work and specific shadow work, and I've also done psychological shadow work, meaning non-religious, kind of like non-secular type shadow work. So big pieces for me. So very important.
I don't remember what they are, but
Yeah.
I'm playing them up.
And so running the quantum healing thing has been neat. I've been interested in that for a very long time. Actually, really enjoyed my quantum tarot and working with some of that quantum healing energy. But now I'm actually taking like an official course and certification for it, which I'm kind of in the middle of that because I really wanted to kind of understand how all that goes together. But Kelvin, we'll come back to shadow work. Because that's a big thing, and just for the record, if you look at our videos and our playlists, we do have Out of the Shadow, which is our me and Rook actually together going through some of our shadow work and sharing with you guys our real personal shadow work using the tarot, the Divine Masculine for me, and I forgot which one you used. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to the colors and the chakras real quick too, because but I'll always talk about shadow work. Learned some really great stuff from Scarlett Bales too, on the psychological side of things, and I have some books from that she recommended, and I've read through and done the practices through, and I'm telling you, you apply that to your spiritual shadow work and your psychological and physiologic, it changes everything, the whole process, which really is kind of how quantum healing ties everything together. But anyway, what did you do for your root chakra?
I don't know what they are, but I like the.
This looks like red jasper.
It is. You're right.
Okay. So red jasper.
So is there an app that will say what they are?
Yeah, if you pay for it.
Oh.
Of course.
Very pretty.
I do too. I want to do that again, but I know she's actually working now. She's busy. But that was always good.
This one is so pretty.
The second, and we're going from bottom up, which is another weird thing that some people actually practice chakras top down. I do bottom up, but now one of my practices that's different is when I do my grounding exercise and bring energy up from the earth, I come up through my body and start at the top and work back down. And then when I meet it with the universal energy of the all, I go from the bottom up. So that's a change in my recent change in my practice. But so sacral chakra. Oh, other thing with red. Red itself as a color can often incite anger psychologically. So there's a lot of times you'll see red is not used in psych. It's not used with people who have anger and defiant disorders. So inside psych units are usually very serene, light pastel colors, but red is not just that. It's also a power color. It's a stable color. Think of mahogany wood or the redwood trees. And that psychologically tells me when I'm working with red things is when I want more strength and more control and more power. The next up color with chakras is sacral, which is the color is generally orange. Oh, that's a good idea. Just one at a time though. And orange is a very, I like to call it citrusy color, right? It's a sun color. So this is high expansion, really becoming moving and stimulation and emotional from this area. So I chose Tiger Eye, which I think you did too.
Yeah. Love this lapis. I know that one.
Tiger's Eye is one of those things for me that not only represents Tiger's Iron is also a really neat version of Tiger's Eye, but it has the same thing with iron in it. But it is something that really connects to me, both internal, like your intimacy, your internal emotions with your external. So that's one of the things that I really like about Tiger's Eye. So it fit really well for me as a sacral. The next is I already talked about orange. Next is yellow. Also sun related, but very bright and even brighter than orange. And this is yellows are really all about this big boisterous, your whole personality, and how you emote that personality through life. So I chose a yellow jasper for mine, with a little bit of citrine in it. So that's pretty cool. I just want to see this real quick. Run, I want to catch up. I find when you bring energy up from the earth and down from the universe, it works well for me to have them meet in the heart chakra. Yes, that's exactly what we do. So in the practice that in the quantum healing class that I'm in, that's exactly what she does. She uses the heart chakra as the middle chakra because you have the 3 above and the 3 below. Mine's a little different because I go ground up to the top, and then I go top, down, 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 down until I feel comfortable, and then I go from the outside down to the bottom, and then go from bottom up until those are filled, and then I go to the center and see is there balance, and if there's not, then that's when I fine tune. So I kind of have like a coarse tuning and a fine tuning. I love citrine. It's really pretty. I have a really neat piece of citrine up there too. I also love yellow calcite, which we have a ton of calcite, yellow and blue, probably 50 pounds of it that we got from Arkansas. We just need to bring it down. That was that was what we found the most of, was calcite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what your yellow is. It looks like jasper to me.
I know that's rose quartz for the heart.
For my heart chakra, Rook went pink and got rose quartz. I went green and got green malachite. So the heart chakra is often green or pink. In practice, it's hard to find, but I really do watermelon tourmaline, which I have.
Oh.
I have some really pretty pieces of watermelon tourmaline because it has the pink and the green in it. But I chose the malachite.
And it helps with quitting smoking.
Tourmaline. One of the things I like about green malachite is I can meditate with it by looking at it because it has all the swirls and movements in it. And I can see them as little worlds and little planets and things in my head. So that's green malachite. And then, of course, Rook's rose quartz is very easy to understand why pink is a good heart chakra color. It's the center of the human body. It's what feeds our life force. It's balance and constant movement. It cannot get stale. When it gets stale, everything else gets out of whack. And that's one of the reasons Run in the Shadows, it makes so much sense because that's that centerpiece, right? You got the 3 below and the 3 above. A lot of people think of the lower 3 as body and the upper 3 as spirit, and it's how spirit interacts with the body and then how spirit interacts with other spirit. And then that heart is where everything just comes together and balances the rest of your body and mind and spirit. So really cool. The heart is really what pumps blood through the body. It's the life force of the body, so it's also the life force of the chakra. Green malachite is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. For throat chakra, which is actually my favorite. I don't know why, and I don't know you're supposed to have a favorite, but I do have a favorite. And the favorite is sodalite.
Ah, cool.
So I got sodalite. You did lapis lazuli, right?
Yep.
Which I have a ton of lapis, so I didn't want to get more of that. So I got the blue for the throat chakra. Blue is a very comforting color, and it's also strong. It permeates. Like blue is a color that can be seen from distances. It has very many hues that help. It's the color of our sky, or the reflection of our sky, right, in our oceans. And your throat chakra is all about communication and getting your words out and getting your body out and communicating on behalf of the world around you. If you're feeling shy or insecure or trouble with public speaking, the throat chakra is a good one to do, and sodalite is an amazing stone to use for the throat chakra. But so is lapis. Lapis is a great protection stone. It's also great for travel.
Psychic protection, which I need.
And as I'm saying that, I want to point out something. When I say that sodalite is good for, I personally believe that everything has its own vibration, including the colors, which we have proof of, right? We have proof of sound vibration, proof of color vibration, and proof of atoms vibration based on the theories that we have and we've been able to test. So even things at rest are also in motion. Those frequencies are, to me, what gives the effect of it. And if I'm saying that sodalite is a great stone for the throat chakra and you say it does nothing for you, well, then that's the frequency that your body responds to. So don't take anything that we say or put out there as what will work every time. I just wanted to put that out there. Like, I'm not looking at malachite to heal my heart. I'm looking at malachite to represent the symbolism and the frequency and the energy of the heart, so that I can come in tune with it and help heal it through my own will and actions in the universal energy around me. So that's an important distinction I should have started with, from my opinion. That's really neat, Ronan. I that's neat. I like that.
Like
For the
these.
third eye, our bindi. Third eye is generally represented by indigo on the charts. I represent it with purple. Indigo and violet kind of go together with me, so I chose a shined lepidolite.
I think mine's amethyst, but I'm not sure.
That is amethyst. It was one of the only rough rocks I almost got.
It's not polished, so
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
So lepidolite is a really good stone, really good resonance and frequency for connecting to spirit and the other side, awakening your abilities as a medium and your senses and connections of things. So a lepidolite is one of my favorite stones. I have it everywhere. I've got a large piece over there. I've got little slivers of it to use. And then, indigo and purple both together are colors of a calm strength, of a representation of this frequency that's getting to be the point where it can't be seen anymore, because after violet you don't see anymore. Those become wavelengths and frequencies of light that we can't see, that we don't have the sense for. And so that's why violet is so important, because it's right at that breaking point where our body and spirit and mind can connect to the exterior spirit and mind, because the universe is mental. And then for my crown, which other people and other groups usually associate violet with, I chose howlite, which is another really good connection, but it's really the spirit's first introduction to the human condition and how we're experiencing spirit and participating with the universe as a whole. It's to me, the crown chakra, which is right above you, is the connecting point to the universe. This is where that silver line is, if you believe in the silver tether. Rook's rainbow opalite is his choice, which is really pretty.
So iridescent. It's really pretty.
But yeah, and one of the things that is really important is, to me, that's where that connection to the universe is, through that crown chakra. And having all those things balanced and working for you is really important. And if you have a special way that works for you, you should do that. Those things are really important to do and work through the things that work well for you, right? Sorry guys, I'm just checking real quick to make sure we're not lagging. We're good. We're using the new internet, and I want to make sure it's working good. We've had no dropped frames, and we're running perfect. Okay, good. But yeah, so that's kind of the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about today, was really how colors work for me in the chakras. I don't think that this mahogany obsidian is going to fix my root chakra. It connects, and it helps me symbolize that root chakra, and it helps me visualize it in my mind, and it helps me balance it that way. And it has its own frequency and energy, because this rock, it came from a star just like I did. And so there's a connection there that we have. I really enjoy that. And Herkimer diamonds, I love those. I've never thought about using it for the crown, though. That's not a bad idea.
Ooh.
I love that. I have some Herkimer diamonds over there I can show you.
I need to find my copper and
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's how I've always said it.
And my fool's gold.
Yep.
And with them, I had a spear of it. Of the
we both got a copper sphere, and then I got a unpolished pyrite. Yeah. And you got, I think, a polished pyrite sphere.
I love it, and that just, to me, talks about show me what's real, and what's fake, and what's BS.
The interesting thing about all of this for me is there is a lot of research from psychology that represents how color affects things like that, and how color affects the way we think and the way we do things. I mean, think about quartz. The pyroelectric quartz is used for a long time to power watches, because electricity applied to it creates a consistent frequency, and those watches are accurate for a very long time. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. My back's hurting. from leaning over that damn mic and holding this dog.
And my petite.
This
And
dog.
So colors can affect moods, but I was reading something that said sounds can actually activate the endocrine system.
Yeah.
And release hormones that make you happy, sad.
Sure can, just like memories. Sense and memories.
Ooh, I didn't look up the sense, but yeah. Sense can be like a happy thing. Food.
One of the things that really is effective in, what's the word I'm looking for? Sounds is pure tones. When you have two pure competing tones that are on the same octave, and they create that, almost like how binaural beats do, that oscillating wave. Very neat. And if you haven't looked into it, you should Google it. Cymatics. Cymatics is super cool. It's the using sound to create visualization, and some of the ways that they do it and the results that they get from certain frequencies is insane. Very insane. And I think that is just more evidence that there's so much more than we understand in the world. I've talked about binaural beats a lot. I mean, it's a big thing for me. And binaural beats function by help setting a frequency in your brain by using two different frequencies in each ear. And the difference between those two frequencies can help entrainment and getting your brain into a certain spot. So that's something that I found very helpful. You guys have any experiences with sound or color specifically, or stones? I'm a stone freak. I mean, I've got rocks everywhere. I even forgot what that, I think that's Tibetan green, or no, ocean jasper. That obelisk.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah. So.
And you find an object of color. Or whatever that fits you individually. Yeah.
And one really good way, in my experience, to find out what it is you're looking for, like if you're not, I am a stoner too, if you're not comfortable finding out with what you need, or maybe you're not comfortable with chakras, or you're not comfortable with the colors and the stones and the balance, you can find an object that's in your house that you have that is small, fits in your hand, and makes you feel comfortable. And you're going to want to put it in your right hand, because that is your giving hand, that is your outflow hand. And that's going to be you giving outflow of comfort and energy that makes you feel good. And then you're going to pick the stone that you want to consider, or the item or object that you want to consider, is it right for me, in your left hand, and feel how it makes you feel. You wouldn't want to use two new stones. An object that you already have that's very comfortable to you. Hands are reversed. If this is your comfort object, it goes in that hand. I'm assuming the opalite's not a comfort object yet, considering you've not worked with it.
Oh, yes.
We'll have to explain later. Give some guidance. But anyway, you put that stone in the other hand, and you can kind of work at feeling how that piece works for you and how that energy works for you. I will say run in the shadows. I disagree with that, because the majority of people I see, especially when they're starting out, don't have the ability to do that. They don't feel comfortable doing that, and then they feel a little embarrassed, and so they don't do it at all. So it's helpful when you have something that you already know and feel drawn to in your right hand, because it kind of gives you that comparison. Now, if you've been doing it for a long time, absolutely. Pick it up. Even Googling it's not a problem. You should learn it. Oh, you know what? This is for this. That feels good. I like it. It's good. It's okay to do that. And learning about objects by holding them in your hand and seeing the vibration. But for me, especially if somebody's new and not done it, you'd want to have something to compare it to, right? And if you pick up a stone, and this I'm sure happens with new people all the time, like Ronan said, if you feel that immediate like zap and zing, and you're like, oh, I like this one, that's good. That you take it. It's funny, and I know I'm talking a lot now. I don't know why I'm so hyper. This is a topic I like, I guess. But with tarot cards, I buy tarot cards that are visually appealing because they're pretty. and I like the artwork. It was the lady yesterday who really made me think about that in the store. I buy it because it's art. It's pretty. I like it. And that's really the only reason. But when I choose a deck to work with, like the steampunk, when I pick those cards up, I immediately have a different feeling and a different outcome. I get tingles even talking about it. It's a different feeling. So when people talk about, well, I only have 2 or 3 decks that I can work with, same, me too. There's 2 or 3 decks that I really work with. I can work with any deck probably, but when I'm doing a private read, you're going to get one of my 3 main decks most likely, because when I touch them and when I'm engaged with them, there's energy there that feels different. The herbs that we use, when I touch each herb, I don't really get a big feeling, but when we put them together and burn them and feel what they have created, whole different everything.
Dragon, we went to the store yesterday that you introduced us to in Port Charlotte with the tea and the really neat one. Actually, there's no metaphysical stores in our area anymore.
Yeah, they've all closed.
The last one was
Mystic Moon.
That I think they have one in Bonita Springs, but
there is one in downtown Fort Myers still.
Oh, and there is one,
But
I think, in a newer one that just opened, but
and we have Ascension over here.
Oh yeah,
but it doesn't have much.
Waves of Light. We went to Waves of Light. Yeah,
it's really good.
No 3 just open locally. Huh.
Yeah, Furry, that is true. If you have picked up a live wire, gotta put them out.
And Spirit, is it Spirit Fest? It's next weekend in Port Charlotte,
which I think we're gonna end up going to.
I think I would like to go. It's only $12. Looks like to go and see what you got. Oh, 3 Dibware. Huh. I haven't heard of them. I did hear of one that I keep seeing, but I'm not really sure. Well, that's neat.
Probably all closed on Sunday and Monday.
They're probably all closed on Sunday and Monday, so we couldn't go. But
I know people need time off. But if you don't hold the hours that you say you're going to hold, or you're always closed on Sunday, Monday, it's business. You probably should be open on the weekends when people are off work.
Well, and then they get mad and say, don't go on Amazon, buy local. Well, we'd like to, but you're not open.
Yeah, and most of them around here close at 5. I'm like, okay, you literally only open while everybody's at most of their job.
Yeah.
So
well, that's cool. Running. I'll have to get with you and find out where they are. Oh, is that the name of it? What is it?
Karen's? Where is
Karen's?
that?
Is that the name of it?
I need to know. Share, spill. And then we're
we'll have to go check it out.
I think we're going to hop into our tarot here in a minute.
I would love to check it out because I would like to buy from local people, but I do have to work, so fortunately, oddly enough, we're far and few between for shops here in Olympia. Then expanded to an apothecary next door, but otherwise slim pickings.
You're gonna have to take this thing.
La Petite.
I'm sorry, baby. My arm is.
Come on, Ma Petite. Come on, little sweetie.
If we don't hold her, she'll dig at our leg until it's open. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully, if we can't catch up today, I took tomorrow off. Maybe we can catch up tomorrow too. But
hey, baby.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but resting. So.
I love you, Ma Petite.
It's been. I could talk about this stuff all day, especially rocks. I'm not as lucky or as in tune yet, like you are, running to be able to hear the rocks talking to me all the time.
Ooh.
But when I'm in the right space and I sit down, they do. Like this one, and it's funny because they yell at me. And when you pick them up, it takes about 10 minutes before I realize, like, okay, like I've been told to pick this up or to hold this. This is happening with both of these rocks. And that doesn't happen very often, though. The ones we bought from the store, a little bit harder for me to engage with sometimes, I think. So.
Hey, Petite. We need to write them down. Kelvin General, running.
Yeah,
General.
I've got the thing open. Don't worry. Okay. Don't worry.
I love you, my Petite.
Tarot list. Look at that.
Oh, how cool.
We have Kelvin.
My Petite.
Running. Furry.
You're a sweet
Joy.
Baby.
Yeah, the things that talk to me the most have been tarot decks.
Papa Skull. Here is a skull carved from onyx. Ooh.
So we have Kelvin, Runnin', Furry, Joy, Mystic, Dragon. Anybody I miss?
Mama T wants to read, please.
She kind of does look like she wants a little read. She also looks like she's pissed off at me for moving her because she's probably very comfortable.
I would like a read, please.
I like how your arm conforms to my butt. That's the word of God. These dogs, I cannot imagine
Papa,
life without them.
Papa Skull.
Papa Skull.
Weapons.
I mean, we
taught
met
to the
Papa
most.
Skull, didn't we, at one of the rituals?
Dante wants one.
Got it.
A weapon or a reed?
I can see that.
Oh.
Like I said, rocks take work for me. I have to work with them a little bit to get them to talk or to hear them, and that's practice on my part. Joy helped me learn how to talk to trees, and that's been ever evolving over time. So that's been great.
Need to see Joy soon.
Yeah, we were talking about yesterday, Joy, me and Rook. The weeks are going by so hard and condensed, and we're so disenchanted for the most part that by the time we think, we need to call Joy and hang out, it's like 9 o'clock at night. And that's that. But we're gonna work it out because we need to see you. So much has changed. A lot of good things have happened. She's so cute.
Thank you, Muppety.
All right.
So what we got? Let's go.
The forest talks to you. Our tarot is mostly still intact. We're gonna switch over to our tarot.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, when are you available? We've had the last 2 weekends. We've had people at our house working, so that's been a little rough. But all that's done now. For the most part, we're back to normal, except for a few things we have to get done. But yeah. And last time I said it too. I said I was going to call her afterwards or text her, and I never did. So that's my fault. But I'm using an oracle deck today, not tarot. And I don't use it very often.
Prisms.
It is the Prism Oracle. You can set that over there so people can see. The Prism Oracle is a color-based deck and very simple. I really, really enjoy its simplicity and its use and how it uses color to really hit the points of what each thing means. The forest talks to you, yes. Furry Rage, metal. Now, in some of my stones that are metal, I've had some conversations.
Who was first? So I can think of them. Who's that?
Think
Kelvin,
of
I think.
me.
I think it's Kelvin.
Think of me fondly when we said goodbye. Kelvin, yes. So yeah, Prism Oracle. Give me my lid back.
I will.
Kelvin, let's see what the cards say for you.
I'm using the Tarot of Neofiction, who is Unexplained Possibilities deck he put out a couple weeks ago.
I love that.
But I've just been keeping with me lately.
It's a pretty deck.
I love the imagery. It's all different. He was able to combine different styles of artwork very nicely.
All right.
Oopsie. What is that one that wanted to be seen?
Or a volume.
Tell me what you mean. I need more understanding. And
All right, let's see what the color says today. Phantom. So your first card from the Prism Oracle, Kelvin, is Intuition, and I do not know why it is blue on that screen because it is
very violet.
It is very purple.
You're turning violet, Violet.
It is not blue at all. That is really strange. These cameras, I swear. But anyway, so just it's purple. Okay. So Intuition. If we're talking about needing or seeing or having intuition come up, it's asking you to pay attention to your guides and what you're thinking about something is right. So if you're feeling that there's a decision to be made, or that something needs to be done, or that you're working through something that you're going to have to figure out, listen to your intuition. And because the intuition is strong, it has connections both in the mundane world and in the spiritual world. It's not just a gut feeling, it's more than that. It is your mind sensing things in your body, and your pineal gland sensing things that you may not even be aware of. And your third eye kind of goes along with all that, and pulling all that in. You'll really want to listen to it and make sure that you listen, and that your feelings on whatever you're working through or whatever's coming up next week is accurate and correct. So whatever that is, I would listen to your inner voice.
And I had a jumper, and then I wanted a clarification to the jumper. Oh, that's not going to show, is it? All right, so the Four of Vines. So some project that you've been working on, it's going pretty well. Got a pretty good start to it, or will start a project that will be pretty balanced and going well. And, listen to your intuition, like Mystic said. However, to clarify it, I pulled the Two of Blades. So to me, that represents, there's things that are in the card, if you can see it, things that you see in your physical environment, and then the underworld, or what's unseen. So while you listen to your intuition about making a decision on how to proceed with this project or work, also listen to the advice of a mortal, of a person, to gauge. Yeah, a physical person, but again, it is a blade, so it is confirming to go with your intuition, gut feeling, your thought process on it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but whatever you're working on or about to, look at what you see and what you don't see. Go with your intuition and bounce the ideas off of someone near to you.
Nice.
That may be involved or may not be involved.
And listen to your gut. Your intuition has something to tell you.
Where to put my cards?
Running.
The
is
shadow.
Next. Oh, excuse me.
Or some of these turn backwards. It doesn't matter. All right.
One of these dogs ate a set of my wooden woodburn runes, by the way.
Oh, which dog was that?
BG's nose. Looking so innocent down there. Running.
She's beautiful.
The shadows. She really is. She's.
You are welcome. Thank you for letting me know about the Friday the 13th series.
Yeah, really.
Let's see if I can find it. Apparently, I've been paying for Shudder every year and didn't know it. And I just told Mystic yesterday, hey,
It's probably been a few years.
I want to check out that Shudder app for horror movies. And then I pulled up my bank for some reason and said, you just renewed Shudder for $71. So, hey, I probably had it and didn't know it.
I'm really nervous. I signed up for that Griffin app. I don't know. I'm just rambling. I don't know if anybody's used it before. Like, I'm terrified of... I'm not a risk person. I don't like to take a lot of risk. And it's supposed to, like, invest on your behalf at the places you spend money at. So, I'm kind of excited. Because I don't know how to do investments in anything. And everybody who I know that has money invests in stuff. So...
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But anyway, back to running.
Yeah, what does he mean to me?
Running. I might need a drop of my tincture.
Yeah, you might. And just read.
Oh God, that smells so good.
My cards around. For some reason, they got turned around. 6.
Running the shadows. What is in the cards today?
Oh,
visit the Kava culture later. Yep, that's in there.
Yeah, mine does talk about a trip. Interestingly.
Ooh, oh no, I can't share that. That's somebody's personal information. Aw. My color card for you is pink. Love. So, my thought process on our prism guide on our prism, our colors, is accepting of love into your life, and accepting, especially over the next short time frame, that there is and should be expressions of love that maybe often don't match what you expect them to be, but they're there, and you're going to recognize them, and you're going to feel good about them. I don't know exactly what it means. It'll be interesting on what Rook's cards show. But it's a very clear color. Like the pink goes along with the heart chakra, and we were just talking about that. It could perhaps also lead to needing some additional work on the heart chakra.
Hey, baby, see?
And working through that. So inviting love into your life in the next short time frame is going to be important. Now that you've had your reset that you talked about, like being able to re-enchant by going through the forest, keep that alive in your mundane life through love.
And it will give you some recharging and some inspiration. A fun trip.
The one thing that I find interesting about love, right? Oh, did we freeze?
Oh, did we freeze?
Are we back?
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Where did you go, my lovely?
All right, let us know you can still hear us. My analytics say everything is perfect.
Somebody tappity typing.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
you're back. So did you see mine at all? Running about 6 of blades, taking a trip, not for work, not for a purpose, but for you to enjoy, and you'll find inspiration in doing so.
Okay, you
or
keep
maybe
kicking me, can you?
Maybe
I appreciate it not.
Maybe you just did take a trip. Sorry about that. Okay, 6 of blades.
That's very weird. I'm glad we're back. But I actually was adding to the pink too. I know I see your comment, but adding to the pink and the love and the heart, it's more than just like love. I think, and I know you probably don't think this, but just for everybody else, a lot of times when we hear love, we go straight to like romantic love. And that's not what we're talking about at all. We're really talking about the energy of how we work and how our hearts flow, and heart work, heart energy. It could be as simple as spending some extra time with people you care about and getting that extra love. And that could be the trip that's next, is not going anywhere, but being on a journey with people that are around you is kind of what I'm getting out of that pink. Give it back. So I hope that's meaningful to you.
Love.
Love.
All right.
I don't know why.
I think it's furry next.
Yep.
Furry. Not going anywhere would be really nice.
Yep. Remember, journeying isn't always physical, right? Actually, often it's not. Furry Rage, who likes pink metal.
Mm-hmm. How do I keep turning these cards around somehow? Oh well, guess that's how they're meant to be. Back after a month, haha.
Furry Rage. All right. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a furry in a cage. Another purple.
See if this one looks blue.
Creativity. Let's see.
Oh, it took our thing out.
No, it didn't. Calm down. Yep, still blue.
Oh, still blue.
Forgot to pause that earlier. That might be why it skipped out a little bit. So actually, that's more purple than the other one was, but it's purple. Creativity. So, Furry Rage. there is definitely a call for you to apply your creativity. We know you like to make stuff and do stuff, but this is really saying step it up a notch, have that creative outlet of making things that you really want to do. And if you have been doing those things, then continue honing in that creative skill, you know, and work through it and be creative. When you kind of invite that purple, because we had another purple card, and the idea behind purple is this reserved strength. It's almost like a wise strength. It's power and royalty, but not full control of other things. It's control of self. So when we're creative in the realm of controlling of ourselves, the output and the masterwork that you can do will really increase. So maybe when you're making something, when you are creating, working on an item that you're making, do things and think things and work through things that are going to take it to the next level, because it is time to create on that level.
Creativity. Mine has to do with creativity 2, 7 of canes, but I'm getting like, stay what you're doing, whatever you're working on now, wherever you are, spend some more time on that. Don't move on to the next thing just yet. Really focus. A little bit more time needs focus on what you're making, what you're crafting, what you're doing. So just tell me stop, be still and hover.
Stop in the name
You
of
need to create
rage.
more in what you're creating. I'm still just a large rodent in a container. That's funny.
It's the smashing gourds.
Smashing gourds. The smashing gourds.
So yeah, this is a neat deck. I don't know that I've ever used it before. Yeah, I do like color work. That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed in this course that I'm taking on quantum healing, is the focus on colors and sounds. But Joy, you are up next.
Hey, honey. Petite.
Why are you looking at me like that, cheat? Cheat, petite. Joy. I think we're also doing a general. I am open for doing reads too. I think I mentioned last time I finally got things organized enough where I can do some actual full reads again. Got 2 in last week, and before that I haven't done them in quite a while because it's just been so much going on and I've been sick. So things are in a really good spot for that. Yeah. And make and remake and do stuff. That's what I'm getting out of it too.
That sounds cool.
That makes sense anyway. All right, Joy, let's see.
What you have, my dear?
Ghost. So Ghost is a gray color. Hopefully it comes,
That's kind of
comes
cool.
up gray.
It does come up gray, actually.
Yeah. And what's cool about when we're talking through Prism and we're talking about Ghost, we're really talking about Ancestor. And I know that's something that's strong for you, and you've been doing a lot of creativity and creation of your own. But it's just a reminder of creating things, that everything that we create is part of our ancestor lineage as well. I can't talk now. And Ghost really appears when there's a message for you from one of those ancestors, or there's a message waiting for you, and they've only at this point been able to call and not get an answer, so to speak. So there's an ancestral message for you somewhere, and you know that, and you have access to it, and you're aware of it, and you should heed that message, as you probably would anyway, because an ancestors talk. It's always a good thing to listen, but this is telling me that there's an actual message that's coming through that's important to learn, or no, not learn, but to follow through with, I should say.
Cool. And I pulled the 9 of Canes. So something that you've been working on that's been a passion. You're almost there. You put a lot of hard work in. A lot of the work is behind you. You've got just a little bit further to go, and it will be completed. It'll be wrapped, and you can rest before moving on to the next thing. Hopefully, you get a little bit of rest and not just immediately pulled to something, but you're almost done with whatever it is your passion that you've been working on. That's pretty cool. Put a lot of work into something.
Yeah. All right. So somehow I put my name in here.
Oh, that's Manny, right?
Oh, is it? Yeah. I just put Mystic. Usually I put Manny. Let me change that so I can keep track of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go potty. This is your card. This is
Thank
mine.
you.
Ma, I gotta put you down. Ma, go potty.
She'll be all right. She'll live.
You'll live for 5 minutes.
She'll live for 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
All right. Very nice. Answer your ghost voicemail, Joy. Yes, exactly. Answer. Text back to the other side. But in all seriousness, yeah, I like that use of gray as the color. You know, it's not white, it's not black, but it has feelings of both. And of course, if you think of a color wheel, right? White is all color, black is the absence of color, or at least what's reflected. And if you're gray, you have a little bit of both. You're made up of a mix of everything and nothing. Gives the whole ancestor a different meaning. Honey, you have already ruined these shorts. I swear that dog. I'm going to wait for Rook to get back before we go any further. For Mystic Manny. Who's up next? Ma, I can't pick you up because I can't do the cards. It's hard. I can't shuffle. Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant. The mist. Yeah, that's very true. It's interesting how you think about, or how you can think about mist, right? Cloud at our level of Earth, where it clouds things and makes them hard to see, but it also filters out all the stuff you don't need to see. And then as you're moving through it, action, you come up with what you needed to see, and it filters out all the noise. So that's very cool. Mystic Manny. All right.
Oh, great. Oh, did you already pull Manny?
Nope.
Already did it? Oh. And I was like, oh.
But I just did now.
All right, sweet.
Flow. Mystic Manny, the card you have is Flow. So this is an emotional upheaval of things that have been difficult, but the only way through it is just to go with the flow, to move with the energy, to just let things go as best you can. Because getting excited or frustrated with things is not going to benefit you in the long run. Everything is ebb and flow. Everything has a tide, right? And right now you're in the flow part, and you're getting stuck in the ebb part, and there's the flow part. And the only way to really get to the next level right now is to let things go with the flow and be just consistent with the way it's moving. Any type of significant pushback or upheaval right now is probably going to be detrimental, because there's a new process or a new flow will be coming. So good luck with that.
Gobble, gobble.
Go with the flow. Turkeys are fun.
Turkeys are fun. All right. God, I thought that looked like Donald Trump's face on there. I was about to have to get on Melvin. All right, so I pulled the
Maybe.
the Two of Canes. So, this guy, looking out ahead on something kind of new. While you're going, listen to, but kind of be wary of anybody that's giving you advice if you should or shouldn't do something. This is telling me that advice will be given about a new endeavor that you're passionate about, and someone may be trying to convince you not to do it. So kind of leave them on the ground like this cane is, and really look inside and hear what they're saying, but go with your intuition. And ultimately, if it's something that you really want to do or are interested in, move forward. I don't think you'll have anything, any bad consequences. Who is here?
Probably Amazon.
Let me go check.
I don't think they're still there. I think that's just Tina being angry at life.
Come on, baby girl. Stop.
I really love that flow card. I wish you could see like the blue colors. This like Finn's right there. This blue color is like this really. It actually looks like it's coming through right. I hope it is. But it's a very comfortable color. Like it's just pretty.
Yeah.
Back up, guys. Is that yours?
That was yours.
How the hell do I have this that big? Okay, I'll take it. I hope I didn't get the wrong bottles. Might have gotten them too big. Anyway.
Excuse me. All right.
So yeah, I'm glad they make sense to you, sir. Dragon Dancer's up next, and then Dante.
I want to be a dragon dancer. Dragons, check out the turkeys. That's so cool.
I'm jealous. Hi, Finn. Hi, Finn. Hi, Finn.
Hey, Finny boy.
Dragon Dancer. She's a dragon dancer.
Do what you want me to do.
Black.
Ooh, I like that one. Is it
Black
black or
Dragon
purple
Dancer.
on there? Black. It actually looks black.
It's black. And so we've got space.
Silly turkey noises.
So the representation here is of the need for space, or the presence of space. I don't think it's need. I think it's presence. So in other words, the current space that you are in is probably functional and appropriate and right. And making sure that you have space. I know this came up another time too, but making sure that within the space that you have enough space for you, and making sure that the space that you are using and that you have is manageable by you, and that it's not so much going on that you're losing yourself within that space. So space is your message today, and black is the place where it resides, which is the absence of color, right? So just pay attention to using your space wisely, and not letting too many people into it, and not letting it get away from you, and not enjoying it.
Really can't tell. I assume that's a cane.
Yep.
Right. So courier of canes.
I would assume.
All right, so something you might be thinking about doing something new, looking out on a new passion, opportunity. I really would hope it'd be your YouTube stuff, but you're kind of looking out at something, something to do that you're passionate about, and it's probably time to really think about start doing it. It's probably time to start thinking about doing it. Can't talk.
All right. Dante.
This is one small step for dragonkind.
Dragon, you got a lot going on. That space card comes up, and that courier comes up. Don't work yourself. to the point where you don't enjoy it.
Work, 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 work. See me dirt, 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 dirt.
Some people really thrive on being that busy all the time. And if that's you, then great. But if not, just make sure you have boundaries. Intuition again.
Ooh.
Who got intuition before?
Follow your heart.
Somebody got intuition.
Your intuition.
I'm not picking you up. She's mad at me.
She is mad.
So Dante, this is the intuition card coming back up here. I think it might have been, I don't know who it was. I don't know. I'm not going to go with that. But anyway, it is purple, not blue as it looks like on the screen there. But it is listening to your inner gut. It's listening to the intuition. We mentioned it before. Intuition is that combination of not just how we feel, but of the result of senses and things we are perceiving that we may not be conscious of, that may be perceived through your third eye or through your spirit that you may or may not be attuned to. But regardless of whether you are consciously aware, it doesn't mean that it's not still occurring. So that is still there. That sense is still there. And so it is telling you to do something or do something a certain way or respond a certain way or make a certain action. And when you feel it, it'll be strong and you need to do it. So listen to that gut feeling of whatever it is that needs to change or whatever it is you're trying to adjust. Doesn't have to be a big thing, but just something that's in that whole realm of what it is you're working through. And listen to it. Don't ignore it. It could be about something about health. It could be something about work. That I don't know. It's just one card. But whatever it is, you need to listen to it. So absolutely, for sure.
I pulled 10 of pearls. So something, whatever you're focused or having an emotional response to about an interaction, situation, something that happened. Yeah, it's spent. It's done. Like it's time to put it to rest and move on from it. It's complete. All that's been revealed, all that can be done, all that should be done, it's finished. So it's time to move on from it. I don't know what it is, but some kind of emotional response. It's good. It's done. Don't continue to spend time on it. Time to move on. Hey. What? Cards, but I hope that makes sense in some way. Of course, sorry, did I get you?
You sure did.
Sorry.
No, you're not. One of these days when I get a little bit more comfortable with it, we are going to utilize these runes here, but I'm not ready just yet. Got a little more work to do before I'm comfortable.
I like the Tarot Meal Fictions.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Me
awesome.
Too.
Thank you.
It's just the bear is a huge thing for sure. Yeah, we're definitely moving into that power time. We've when we talked about how the last couple of years have been, the setup and the difficult part, we're definitely in an action space, and that power time for Dante is great. I'm excited. You're welcome, sir. So, Rook has already moved on to something else and not paying attention.
I am totally paying attention.
Calling you out like I see it.
You shouldn't.
I
go
should,
ahead.
and I will.
Do as you wish.
I did.
Be as you will.
I did.
Stay as you must.
Stab myself in the eye.
No.
It's now time for the most fun part, according to a Rook.
Yeah, but I'm ready to update this.
Well, then update it.
So
You're supposed to be learning how to do it.
I am. I need some classes.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us a little bit on this Sunday. We appreciate it. It's good to have the company. This week, please check out all of these awesome creators, Witches and Wonderfuls, Paranormal Witch, who is on YouTube, and Lady Rose 819 on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. She puts out weekly blogs about all things, about deities, about supernatural things, history, revolutions. Check her out and you'll enjoy it. Unexplained Possibilities on YouTube and Unexplained Possibilities on Instagram, whose tarot deck I've been reading from today and for the last couple of weeks, the Tarot of Neofiction. It is an awesome deck. Like I said, it really, the imagery really resonates with me because it's a whole bunch of different kinds of images that seem to flow together very well. Ziggy Dreadful on Twitch. Check her out. Follow her on Twitch. If you catch her playing a game, she's probably going to ask if you want to join. It's a lot of fun. And check her out. Sometimes she does host movie nights. Addie Estate on YouTube and most social media, who this guy next to me does a Friday night podcast, Apocrypha, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. And content coming soon. We've got to update it for Mystic Manny and Dragon Dancer. And we are Two Pondering Pagans on YouTube and Facebook. Again, thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a great, relaxing Sunday and a wonderful week.
Woohoo!
And celebrate and enjoy the new moon.
Yes, enjoy the moon.
Dragon is coming soon.
She's been coming soon for a long time. That's got to be hard.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.